Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Allahu fi awn al-abd ma kana al-abd fi awn akhi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your assistance as long as you are assistant of others. Then be assistant for your brothers and sisters, inshallah. But before you assist others and before you instruct others, look at the nature of life. And I choose today example of the tree. This tree that brings us the oxygen and give us the shade and comfort. And everybody's trying to find a parking under a nice tree to comfort himself and to get to the car and find it is comfortable and not heated in these days, subhanAllah. When I look in this tree, I find that this tree, as long as it's going up, you have to know that the roots going all the way down. And I go through the nature of how this tree grew up. It was a seed. The seed struggled for the nature of the soil and trying to go in the ground to find the roots, find a way to secure the potential of the tree. And as the root is strong, as the tree becomes strong and beneficial for us and for the whole humanity. Then whoever think that he can benefit the humanity, he have to look in his roots first. He have to make sure that he have a strong roots. Before you become a da'iyah with one book or one lecture, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with Monday and Thursday fasting, and you started to pray 5 times a day, then you become mullah, and you become mufti, and you become chasing people, and you become the most easy target for the shaitan. Ya Allah, really? Yes, we're going to go through that inshallah. Now, how to become a beneficial for everyone as a tree. Make sure that you have the ground to stand on. When you want to be da'iyah and a scholar, you have to have the roots of knowledge and ilm. And every khutbah have story behind it, as you know, Brother Sharif. Alhamdulillah, that Stafford community is blessed with the heart of the believers here. But I want to give you a story behind this topic. A Bedouin, Arabi, live in the mountain, in the desert. He owned only one shah, one goat. And one day he was walking around, and then he finds that the hunter shot and killed a fox. But beside this fox, there is a baby fox who just born, and his eyes is closed still. Then he took him to his tent, and he had only one shah. Then he raised him with the milk of the shah. With this goat, he started to get the milk and give this baby fox the milk. He just newborn. Time passed, and the baby fox started to grow. And one day this Bedouin, he went out, and when he came back, he found that the fox ate the goat, and he ran away. He got very angry. And he tried to chase this fox. And when he find him standing in the mountain, looking at him, he become strong. He looked at him, and he was very mad. And he started to speak to him with the Arabic linguistic, which is so beautiful. And he said, أكلت شويهيتي, you ate my shat, you ate my baby. وفجعت قلبي, and you hurt my heart. وأنت لشاتنا ولدا, and you are for this shat that you ate a baby for her. You were like almost her baby, right? And you grow up with the milk from her. فمن أنبأك أن أباك ذئب? Who told you that your father was a fox? You know, how did you know? How did I took you when you're just born, and I raise you with my goat, and I give you the milk, and the goat become your mother, and then when you become strong, you ate your mother, and you hurt my feeling. And he said, إذا كان الطباع طباع سوء فلا أدب يغير ولا يفيد. If the nature of the person is a fox, there is no knowledge and no education will save us from this fox. Sadly, the ummah have so much fox and they're eating us alive. لا تكن ذئبا. Don't be fox. Hassan al-Basri, when they ask him, who is the worst man behaving, خلق, he said, الذي يعيب في الناس, the one who pick up in the weakness of others. Now, in the knowledge of science, this is a marad, this is sickness called al-isqat. Al-isqat means you lower others around you. And if you focus in your weakness, you're going to find a lot of room to improve. And you spend all your life focusing in how you change yourself. The Sahaba, radwanullah alayhim, because they lived with the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they saw the best example, they were always trying to focus in how to improve themselves. And that's why they were very successful. Then the shaitan will not leave you alone. And one of the things that he do, make you forget your sin. This is the best opportunity that you become an easy target. When he make you love yourself and you think that you are in a higher level of iman. Uqb mean you'll be like, happy with yourself. I pray 5 times a day. I recite Quran. I fast Monday and Thursday. I'm Abu Bakr and Umar. And everybody around me is Abu Jahl. Everybody going to hell. But if they follow me and live my way, they might go to Jannah. MashaAllah. Now, don't show me how you dress, and don't talk to me about Islam. I want to see it in your khuluq, in your behavior. Enough talking. Live it, practice it, let people impress where your iman and your behaving, and you will be the best da'i. My beloved brothers and respected sisters, Masjid Aliyah, inshallah, will always be protected. But we always have among us people think that they can't micromanage our ibadah and chases people away. And saying, you're kafir, you dress improper, you have a tattoo. And we are fast to judging people. And what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned from this kind of behaving, even if you are saying the truth, right? A jar of honey with poison is still considered poison, right? Jar of honey, but with poison, it's still poison, even though that's mixed with honey, right? Rasulullah sallallahu in hadith sahih, he said, there is no abd, servant of Allah, point at a person's weakness and humiliate him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make him, before he die, do the same commit of the sin that he took in the other guy. لن يموت. He will not die until he fall in the same trap, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cure this person. I have a story for this. In one of the masajid, and I think I said this in my masjid here before, one of the masajid, a person, alcoholic, came and he wanted to attend the salah, but he was intoxicated. And the people were very jealous of the deen. They are righteous. They're Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. They beat him. They grabbed him out of the masjid and said, you are najis. You smell alcohol. You are not a good example to be in the house of Allah. As if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala signed a contract with them that they are the guardian of the masjid. It's the house of Allah. But then the Imam overheard the fight and screaming, and they grabbed him out of the street. Then he said, what's wrong with him? He said, he's alcoholic, he stink and he smell, and shame on him, he's a kafir. Then the Imam said to him, what do you want? He said, I want to pray. I want to talk to Allah. Then he said, we have 20 minutes. Then come in. Take your brother inside. Bring a coffee, bring tea. Let's wash him. Prepare him. Then the man prayed. But the Imam knows that there's still ignorant people that they can maybe beat him or something like that. Then he grabbed him closer to him. First line. And the man went into his sujood. And he said, Allahumma ji'tu ila babik. Oh Allah, I came to your door. When all the doors were shut. Allahumma inni hina asaytuka lastahanat bik. Oh Allah, when I commit the sin, it wasn't about disrespect to you, but my weakness. وَجِئْتُ إِلَى بَابِكَ. I came to your door. وَأَنْتَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. Oh Allah, I'm seeking your mercy and forgiveness. Oh Allah, forgive my past and make my end the best. The Imam was overhearing his beautiful dua and munajah. Munajah means you're speaking to Allah as if by yourself. When the Imam finished the taslim, and then he turned around to give him the greeting and tell him how great your ibadah is. But he find this brother is still in his sujood. Then he wait for him to finish his sujood, but he continue, and then he touch him, and then he fall down. He die in his sujood. That you and me not guaranteed to die in this status. The Imam stand up and he said, I've been Imam for 55 years and this is my wish to die in my sujood, and a person alcoholic die in the sujood. Ya Allah, ma arhamaka bi'ibadik. Ya Allah, how merciful you are for your servant. It's not how you live, my brother and my sister, it's how you die. Don't point a finger on an alcoholic, drug addict, a person who doesn't pray, a person who has a tattoo or dress Western, and say, you are copying kafir. I want you to dress like that and go to a Muslim country, and I think they will treat you the proper treatment. We need to stop judging others, and we need to stop chasing people out of Islam. We need to understand that we are not judging people, because Allah is the one who judges. We need to focus in ourselves, in our ibadah, in how to relate it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are the best of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ummah. We are the last ummah and we are the first ummah to enter paradise, inshaAllah. But you have to remember this hadith, ya ikhwani, an Mu'az ibn Jabal. He said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show you the punishment in the dunya if you do this. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said من عير أخاه, whoever humiliate his brother by a sin that he commit, that he will not die until he commit this sin himself. This is in the Tirmidhi. Meaning, don't say, you're alcoholic, how dare you do a tattoo, how dare you are doing this and doing that. What you need to do, you need to look at yourself. If you're not doing this behaving, then make sujood and ruku' and say, Alhamdulillah, that Allah prevent me, and make dua for these brothers or sisters, that they will follow that, and make them see the happiness in your heart and your eyes and your face. Make yourself as an example as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when they asked Aisha, how Rasulullah, she said, he was a Quran with 2 feet walking among us. Let your action and your behaving and the way you talk make the people impressed by you. It's not the way you dress, brother, and it's not the way you talk. Enough talking. Let them see Islam through your behaving. Let them see you how you raise your kids. Let them see you how you enter the masjid. Let them see you how you respect the imam. Let them see you how you treat their wife and your mother and your sister and your daughter. And this is where you love Islam, through your action, not through your talk. We are ummah, knows how to talk but not to walk. The first ones who abandoned the Muslim in Gaza is our fox Muslim people. This is the true fox that they ate their mother and the father in Gaza. We're blaming the enemy, but you need to blame the people who actually was raised and drinking the milk and eating the olives from the land of Damascus, of Gaza. Now, I know that the nasiha is very important. I know that the advice is very important, but you need to learn how to advise. And this has hurt me when somebody call me and tell me I'm not coming to the masjid anymore because I get critique because I have a tattoo, or because I have an earring, or because I'm wearing a short. Brother, you have an imam who's in charge, who will take all the sin of this community and who also take all the credit for this community. If you see something wrong in this community, you have an imam, right? You come to the imam, and the imam, he's the one who leads by example. When I disappoint you, then you take me out and get somebody else. But as long as I'm doing my job and Allah give me health and life, don't harass anyone in this masjid. Because if you, by your talk, letting a person leave the masjid, wallahi, and this is my word in the masjid of Rasulullah, in the minbar of Rasulullah, your salah is not accepted. Because this person left the masjid because you know that one of the sin that the imam knows, that behind them people that they don't like him, and he still lead the imam and become, you know that your sheikh never lead the salah. He doesn't want to lead the salah because I'm afraid that someone have, anger or hate or something like that. Then you know what? Run from the imamah and fight for the azan. We have a room for improvement. We have to be humble. We have to live Islam first before we talk about Islam. And in the end, Islam is not how we look, how we dress, how long the beard is, how short the salah is, how short the abaya is. This is a complete of iman, inshallah. I'm not saying that they are wrong, but I'm saying the first step is be the best example to impact others to come to Islam. If we're chasing our own people, our own kids, how are we going to bring the non-Muslim to come to Islam? Wallahi, I don't sleep when a person tells me I will abandon this masjid, not because of you, brother. I love to listen to you on YouTube, but I cannot come here because they critique me how I dress and how I walk and how this. Shame on you, and you know yourself. Then remember, inshallah, that we're doing this for sake of Allah. I know the intention is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that. And Allah knows the intention of every single one who acts. Then ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the knowledge. The most important thing is, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man ahabbahu Allah faqahahu fi deenih." Whoever Allah loved him, make him knowledgeable about Islam. Because sometimes knowledge is a curse and sometimes knowledge is a blessing. Because if you read one book or listen to 2 lectures and you have your own mullah that you listen to and you think that he's the only one that you have to go with, this is a crime, brother, in Islam. Because that's why the 4 mazahib, it's a mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of them, they're human beings, they can make mistakes. The only one who doesn't make mistake is the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because he didn't learn from himself. إِنَّمَا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. All the 4 mazahib can be correct and be wrong because they're human beings. And your imam can make a mistake, and your mullah can make mistake. Your mullah, his beard is longer than me, and your mullah is more strict than me, and he can kick your whatever, but I will not kick your, whatever. But when I learn that I have to kick you, I start to hold the stick. Because the softness sometimes doesn't work with you because you're coming from an area that he used to smack you to wake you up. Sometimes the people want that. But the people who grow up here, leave them for me, please.